From the day that Nelson Chamisa came out and declared that he's back on the stage for politics, we saw all hell breaking loose. We even saw those that were on hibernation, like Ubaba Umlev, Jonathan, vakumbobuda mumabedroom ana mbuya vavo vachimhanya chaizvo nemabhiro kunyora, right? And we were asking ourselves, where have you been? You are just resurfacing now because Chamisa is saying he's coming back into politics. So besides Jonathan, we've seen Varakash also on overdrive of trying to discredit, throw stones and whatever that they are doing. But well, we know ZANU-PF inogareka panika zvayo, inogareka kupanika. Munozati kana mune chinhu chekuba, kana mune chinhu chamunoziva kuti it's not yours and you don't deserve to have it. You don't have peace. All these fights and insults and so whatever that we are seeing happening is as a result of the fear. ZANU-PF is very unsettled. Gananda is settled. And one was so they will have to make sure that they safeguard that like nobody's business, and that remains a very big problem, a big problem. But zvakanaka zvakadaro, because what we continue to see is a situation where more and more of the people that are disputing that God's will be done upon the nation will see God's work happening. I wish that our people would understand that, like what we always say, kune ways and means akawandisa that God can use to come out with the final solution. So my intercessors is Susu. We need to be putting all people that we see as progressive, right? And Tiwa prayers. The idea of throwing stones all the time, at times I don't think it helps us at the end of the day. Because it's like we are at war with everyone. That on its own, it continues to be problematic because it sets us off our feet. At the end of the day, we are not sure what we are doing and where we are going. Our enemy is the devil. Satan ndiye number one. And those are the people that are making life difficult for us. We need to keep praying. And Chamisa speaking today says, is it 10:48? He says, I'm no longer a boy. Yes, Abiko Mzibabu Makangomo. Murume 48 years and is a boy. I don't know what that means. A boy say at 48 because Munane 48 very, very soon and Kwanka I want to never Sukuru already at 48, right? Grandchildren church, what was say Kuru, right? So that on its own remains a big challenge. It remains a big challenge because if Munakaita Mwanane 21 when I can guy in 27 years until Murgozon. So Anugurangato never not true jack, especially can store scan and so on. So yeah, I agree with him. They should not just continue to call him a boy, commander, and so on. Well, maybe for political reasons, yes. But in terms of understanding that he's times to the age of most of the ZANU-PF people when they were starting to enter into government in 1980. So let's just hear him speak during the celebration of his birthday. Ndala G here is posting, and just so everyone knows, Sirim Komana is a man. All right.
And this Sirim Komana, Kupa Nasi, Ndiri Baba. Iwo noti baba na mai chembere neharawa dziri kuchipinge dzikwata mandai dzakatarisira ipapo iwo rutotama zvako chiti mukomana unotaura zvemukomana, tiri kutaura kufudza mumberi, tiri kutaura nyika. Ndikunzwai futi. Almost 5 million Zimbabweans in the diaspora. That tells you something. When God is about to restore a nation, he allows a dispersion. And the dispersion is for the relocation and restoration of a people. So I know Zimbabweans are suffering in Europe, in America, everywhere I go. Zimbabweans are living a difficult life. They tell me, President Chamisa, help us to come back home. I said, how do I help? They said, you are our last hope. I said, look, I'm not the hope. Jesus is the hope. But Jesus works with people. So I appreciate when they see me as a vessel. I know every day, you can ask my Chamisa. When I sleep, I always think about the women in Mutoko, the women in Pelandala, the women in Cholocho, who have so much hope. And there are people who often say, but Mkumana.
Right. No, I was not going to be playing the rest of the video. But this is the message. We just want to say our congratulations to him. Happy birthday to President Nelson Chamisa. We keep praying for you, sir. We are praying for you. We are believing that in the processes of God, God has you in part of his plans. And we need to continue praying that God shows him the correct way of doing things, the right direction, and surround him with the right people. And we also have to pray for him not to resist the will of God. Kana Mwari vachitoti vana general ngavabatane naye mukomana ati nhasi ndaababa. Let it be, as long as it is the will of God, and that being the recipe that would bring out the Zimbabwe, that will give peace and prosperity to all Zimbabwean people. Like what I was saying the other day, it's not about personalities, it's not about individuals, but it's about Zimbabwe. Saka toda unamatira ma-leaders vedu ivava kuti ngavave nation at heart. I know kuti kuZANU-PF kwakuine vanhu vatingakwanisi kutrust, but I think now, because of the fights and the divisions that are kuona kuZANU-PF, kune vamwe vanhu vari kuda kureturna to the normalcy, and let's embrace them kana vari available, and that is a step forward. It would also allow us to have a soft landing as a nation, not a rough landing. Hatisi kuti tione futi ropa richideurwa, people dying. That's not the mind of God this time around, to see more blood flowing in the nation of Zimbabwe. Mwari vari kuti ropa rakadeuka muZimbabwe is enough. He now wants to make it a peaceful way. And tikangova ne part of ZANU-PF in what God is doing, automatically that would ensure kuti hakuzoiti a lot of bloodshed and so on and so forth. The ZANU-PF, which is the killing machine, inenge yava weakened by having a portion of it standing with the people of Zimbabwe. Saka hatirambe tichinamata Mwari vane maways avo. I'm not saying those chaitika. I'm just saying these are all possibilities, and God has many ways, various ways of doing what he has to do. Otherwise, this is what it is. Let's keep praying and keep believing. God is faithful.